Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liliana and on this channel we discuss history and literature related topics, so make sure to subscribe if that interests you. Like everyone on the internet, I am basic and I love memes, although the memes that I enjoy sometimes tend to be on the obscure side. This time, however, memes that generally fall into the category of my very small and specific niche of humor have somehow made it into the larger sphere of memedom. And yes, I am talking about the biblically accurate angel meme. For those of you who don't know what meme I'm referring to, let me show you a few examples. Before this meme blew up and became immensely popular on the internet, I doubt that the majority of the population on social media would have understood it. Now, I'm not saying this to brag or to say that I'm better at understanding memes than everybody else, but the truth is the percentage of people on the internet who read and study the Bible, especially the passages that are less well known, is not that big. If the biblically accurate angels meme had not blown up on the internet the way it has recently, most of the people who would have enjoyed it would have been Christians or other people who are into studying the Old Testament of the Bible. Like I said before, is not a terribly large amount of people. According to knowyourmeme.com, the biblically accurate angels meme first emerged in 2010 when the website Cracked published an article talking about descriptions of angels in the Bible. This meme or this concept did not gain widespread notoriety until July of 2020 when somebody on Reddit posted a series of artistic depictions about angels in Western art versus angels as described in the Bible. I have literally no idea why this meme became so popular. I first learned about it when my friend sent me a series of images which were various memes about the biblically accurate angels. I thought she sent it to me because it had somehow, in some weird way, ended up on her explore page and she sent it to me because she knew I would relate as a Christian. But then in the weeks that followed, I got a lot more of them. Slowly began to realize that it wasn't just that one friend who had somehow stumbled upon this obscure meme and that biblically accurate angels as a concept was becoming more widespread in the general meme culture of 2020. It was very strange, to say the least. So now that we've kind of covered the origins of the meme and how I first found about it, let's get down to deconstructing this meme and analyzing it on the historical, literary, and theological levels. As most of you know, I have a double major in English and history, and I have a minor in religious studies, so I feel like explaining and breaking down this meme is right up my alley. So what exactly is the meme making fun of? I kind of explained this before, but let me do it again in more detail. Angels in Western art, European art, generally tend to look like this, and like this. When you think about an angel, you think about this lovely kind of genderless figure with rosy cheeks and oftentimes blonde, soft, curly hair, wearing a white robe and these big, fluffy, beautiful wings. They look pristine and wholesome and holy and everything you would expect an angel to look like. However, this is nothing like what is described in the Bible. The Bible describes angels as having 4 faces and 4 wings, having feet that glow like fire, and being covered all over with eyes. So as you can see, this is far from the beautiful and serene images of angels that we have so often seen in art. The memes make fun of the fact that Western painters felt the need to make angels look so gorgeous when they have this rather ghastly appearance in the scriptures. Some memes even say, it makes sense why angels always say, "Be not afraid," when they appear to humans, because they look like that. People who make and share these memes like to do a kind of side-by-side thing, where they post a picture of an angel in art next to this image right here. I'm going to read the passages out loud to you now so that you can kind of see where we get this idea or this picture of what angels look like from. The first passage is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, and it begins, "In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord high and exalted, seated on a throne, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him were seraphim, each with 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they were flying. and they were calling to one another, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory." The chapter does continue after that, but they don't give any more description of the angels. Now let's go on to the second passage, which is from Ezekiel chapter 1. And this one is a little bit longer. "I looked, I saw an immense dust storm come from the north, an immense cloud with lightning flashing from it, a huge ball of fire glowing like bronze. Within the fire were what looked like 4 creatures vibrant with life. Each had the form of a human being, but each also had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were as sturdy and straight as columns, but their feet were hooved like those of a calf and sparkled from the fire like burnished bronze. On all 4 sides under their wings they had human hands. All 4 had both faces and wings, with the wings touching one another. They turned neither one way nor the other. They were straight forward. Maybe a rectangular shape, like a tall box, with one face on each side, and the wings facing inward so that they're touching each other." Let's continue. "Their faces looked like this. In front, a human face. On the right side, the face of a lion. On the left side, the face of an ox. And in back, the face of an eagle. The wings were spread out with the tips of one pair touching the creature on either side. The other pair of wings covered its body. The 4 creatures looked like a blazing fire, or like fiery torches. Tongues of fire shot back and forth between the creatures, and out of fire bolts of lightning. As I watched the 4 creatures, I saw something that looked like a wheel on the ground beside each of the 4-faced creatures. This is what the wheels looked like. They were identical wheels, sparkling like diamonds in the sun. It looked like they were wheels within wheels, like a gyroscope. They went off in any of the 4 directions they faced, but straight, not veering off. The rims were immense, circled with eyes." From the book of Ezekiel, he is describing 2 separate beings. The first being is the one with the 4 faces and the 4 wings, and then he goes on to say that on the ground, next to this 4-faced being, is where we have the wheels within the wheels, with the rims that shine like diamonds and are covered all over in eyes. From some of the memes that I've seen online, the creators of these images sometimes seem to conflate these descriptions together, combining things from multiple different accounts into one big, biblically accurate angel. The Bible specifically names 3 different types of angels, which are seraphim, cherubim, and archangels. However, we don't know if the descriptions that I just read are descriptions of these angels or if they are descriptions of other angels. I am reading these descriptions from a version of the Bible called The Message, which I am unfamiliar with. However, I did check the Interlinear Bible and Strong's Dictionary, which are direct translations of every single Hebrew word which is used in this chapter, and it seems like The Message has a pretty accurate translation. I'm going to link all of this below in the description. So now we are left with the real question that everybody has been wanting to know since this meme came about. Why did Western painters choose to portray angels in such a way? Why did they paint them in a format that is the actual opposite of how they are described? I delved into some good old art history and looked up the earliest records we have of angels in Christian art. And so the first depiction of angels that we have in Christian art is from the Catacombs of Priscilla, which is in Rome, Italy. It was a Christian burial site from the 2nd through the 4th centuries. It is in this catacomb where we can see the angel here on the right, who appears to be worshipping or ministering to a seated figure who is possibly Mary. Hello, it's me editing Liliana. I did not know this when I was filming the video, but I just realized that the image is one of the Annunciations. So the angel is announcing to Mary that she's going to give birth to Jesus, so just keep that in mind while I'm talking about the painting. As we can see here, neither of the figures seem to really have any facial features or other defining characteristics. They are mostly just a silhouette of human beings, even though it is possible that when they were first painted, they might have had some sort of facial features. We can see that early Christian artists have anthropomorphized this angel, basically making them look like a human. The artist has essentially made the angel look exactly as a human, to the point that if we were given this picture without context, we wouldn't know that this figure on the right was an angel. They probably painted the angel in this way to make them more relatable to the audience and to depict them in a format that the audience would understand. Because to be fair, if you put a picture there of a wheel inside of a wheel spinning around covered with eyes, you would be somewhat confused. Especially if you were a new convert to Christianity in its early days, perhaps illiterate and not familiar with the doctrine. However, if you show one figure worshipping another, it makes sense. You automatically understand. So now we've already moved from the territory of biblically accurate angels into human-looking angels. The next question to investigate is, when did angels start getting wings? The first depiction that we have of angels with wings is also from the 4th century. We see this in a Byzantine sarcophagus from the year 395 that belonged to the Emperor Theodosius the Great, or Theodosius I. As we can see from his sarcophagus right here, he has winged angels on the long sides. I'm assuming that there's a similar pair on the opposite side as well. And here we have a closer frontal view of them. Now, as we know, Western art has always taken inspiration from Greek and Roman art. So to the Western mind, that was the peak of civilization. That was the most beautiful and incredible thing anybody could ever have or want. The clothing that the angels in this sarcophagus are wearing is extremely similar to the clothing that we see on statues of Greek or Roman figures. And if you ask me, those wings look extremely similar to the wings of the goddess Nike, or Victoria, who was the goddess of victory in ancient Greek and Roman mythology. We can see that whoever designed Theodosius' sarcophagus clearly really liked this image of the goddess Victoria and decided to go with a similar look for the angels on this sarcophagus. This obviously became a trend, and since that day, angels in art have taken inspiration from the wings and the overall appearance of the Greek goddess. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bells so you can get notified whenever I put up a next video. Thanks again. Bye!